Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is AMOUR and this is AMOUR's beauty blog. I'm a freelance makeup artist with a passion for all things beauty. If you're a subscriber, then a welcome return. If you like this video, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly uploads. So I've just arrived from having a little mini break over the Easter period, and just as I had arrived home, I had the delivery of the Mcgrath bronzers that I've ordered. Now today I thought I would also show you the eyeshadows that I picked up from the Love collection. So just before the bronzer launch, I asked Pat's team which colours would suit me. I also sent Pat's team a picture of myself in terms of my complexion, and I also messaged Pat as well just to see what she would say. The recommendation was to try Bronze Dawn, Bronze Nirvana and Desert Glow. So what I did was, because they were available in sort of duos, I ordered a duo of the Bronze Dawn with the Bronze Nirvana, which I have as a dupe, and I ordered Bronze Nirvana and Desert Glow as a duo as well. Now people are probably wondering why I ordered a dupe. I wanted to get another spare one because it kind of worked out a bit cheaper to do it that way. So what I wanted to do was show you all of these three bronzers alongside the three Love collection eyeshadow palettes. I also ordered the Divine Rose 3, which is Pat's new blush, and I wanted to show you that as well. I've actually already swatched all of these, and I'm going to insert this into the video of all of these that are new, as well as swatches of the eyeshadow collection, which is the Love collection. Pat also launched another quad, which apparently is not being dispatched till the 10th. I will try and do another video testing that out alongside the bronzers because I think they're going to go really, really well. The three eye palettes that I picked up are like this. So they come in three colours. There's Sublime Seduction, there's Iconic Infatuation and Velvet Liaison. I'm going to show you all of these three alongside each of the different bronzers with the blush, as well as just putting on some Pat Mcgrath lips as well for you. The first eye palette we're going to look at is Sublime Seduction. This comes in 6 shades. There are 6.6 grams of product in each of these. It has the lovely Pat Mcgrath logo. It comes in the cardboard packaging, and it's got the lovely flowers that are blooming at the back. Bronze Fantasy, Peach Persuasion and Champagne Desire. Then underneath you have Sable Seduction, Honey Lust and Burning Desire. This is what Sublime Seduction looks like. We're going to start off with the first colour, which is Champagne Desire. So we're going to go in with that colour. Then we're going to move into the next colour, which is called Peach Persuasion. This one's called Bronze Fantasy. This one is Sable Seduction. This one is Honey Lust. This one is Burning Desire. So the first bronze I'm going to show you is Bronze Dawn, and this is the fairest of the three. And I will also show you the swatches in daylight as well. You'll see that now. So let's quickly do a hand swatch of this. This is Bronze Dawn. As well as that, for each of these looks, I'm also going to show you Pat's new Divine Blush, Divine Rose 3. So let me show you this. Can you open it up? You have a mirror, and then this is Divine Rose 3. So this is the hand swatch for Divine Rose 3. So I have Pat's foundation on in number 15. I've also put on her concealer as well. I am going to use this big mirror to look in, and I'm just going to create an eye look using this palette. Now there are some shimmers in here, there are some mattes. It's a really lovely mixture in this palette. I'm quite excited to try this on my eyes because when I swatched these they were very, very pigmented. I am going to use this colour as a base, I think. So I'm going to take that colour here, which is called Peach Persuasion. Very, very pigmented. You know, you can't deny mother's pigmentation. I'm going to take this shade here, which is Burning Desire, and I'm going to use that on the outer V. It's really, really pretty. I think I'm going to take this colour here, Sable Seduction, and I'm going to use that on my lower lash. This is definitely a lot darker than I thought it would be, but that's fine because I'm using it like a liner. And then I'm just going to tidy it up a little bit underneath. Just tidied it up as so, but definitely more pigmented than I thought it would be, but that's fine because I kind of expect that from Pat anyway. So I'm going to take this shade, Bronze Fantasy, and I'm going to put that on the sort of middle part of my eye. I'm going to use my finger. That's really nice. I'm going to try and use this shade as a highlighter, Honey Lust. I've used about 5 of the 6 shades now. Okay. So I've just gone away and I've added a little bit more concealer, and I've added some mascara, some brow and some liner. So now we're going to go into the bronzer. So this is the colour that I was first recommended, and I'm going to go in with Bronze Dawn, and we're going to do Bronze Dawn on both sides. I have a little mirror here, which is fantastic. And we're going to use Bronze Dawn. Can you see the colour there? Oh, it's really lovely, and also it's really finely milled. Feels so soft on my skin. I'm using my Sonia G Ino Jiki Pro brush, and I don't see any kind of kickback when I'm using the bronzer either. This is like what you call a really natural bronze. It reminds me of the Hermes one that I just reviewed in terms of the colour. Doesn't look like how it looks like in the pan. So with a bronzer, I always like to do a number 3, which you probably know from my previous videos, but I'm telling you now, this is so finely milled. It's a gorgeous colour. Now, I've been on the coast this weekend and I feel like my skin has been touched by the sun, and this is what this bronzer does. It feels as though it's just sort of touching my high points and giving me some colour where I need it. Oh, loving that colour. I really like this colour. So now we're moving on to Pat's new blush, and this is Divine Rose 3. I'm just going to add a touch of that just on the apples of my cheeks, just to give it a little bit of colour. I'm very, very impressed. Mother has done us well. We've been waiting for bronzers for so long, and look, they come along and they just look absolutely stunning. I have a few Mama Pat's lipsticks and I wanted to try this one. This is the Lip Fetish 528 in Ultra Vixen. It's one of her balms, I think, and I just wanted to show you how it looks. So this balm is just stunning. Now that's really surprised me. This is a balm, but my God, it's really pigmented. It's so pretty. It's like a raspberry colour. It's so pretty. I have on the Ultra Vixen lip with the eyeshadow palette from the Love collection. This one is in Sublime Seduction, and I also have the new Pat Mcgrath bronzer in the colour Bronze Dawn. So we're now moving on to the next eyeshadow palette. This is called Iconic Infatuation. Again, it's in the cardboard container. This one is definitely more on the rose side, kind of like a more cooler rose. A bit like Divine Rose that she brought out that had like more of the cooler shades rather than the warmer ones. So you have Candlelight Affair, Bare Venus, Platinum Divinity, Endearment, Forever Adored, and Eternal Love, which is this one. So these are the shades. We're going to start off with the first shade, which is Candlelight Affair. This is the one in the middle, which is Bare Venus. And then the next shade down here, which is called Platinum Divinity, Endearment, Forever Adored. And then the final shade at the end, Eternal Love. So I'm going to use this colour as a base shade, which is Bare Venus. Definitely more on the cooler side of the spectrum. So I'm going to take this colour, which is called Endearment. And then I'm going to take this colour here, which is called Eternal Love, and I'm going to use that on the lower lash. Lovely, a little bit more easier to control than the previous palette, I think, in terms of the pigmentation. So this colour is called Platinum Divinity, and I'll be using that as a topper shade. I'll take my fingers, go in. Very, very cute. So I'm going to use this shade as a highlighter. This one's called Forever Adored. Now I think this one's more on the pinky side. I might even put it just a little bit on the inner corner of my eye. I kind of like the way that colour picks up actually. It's a really pretty colour. I think I might even try using my finger. Yeah, I really like the way that catches the light. I'm just going to blend those two together. I'm just going to take that brightest colour here, which is called Candlelight Affair. I'm just going to put it on the brow bone. And then just a little bit on my upper lip and a little bit on my nose. Just a tad on the inner corner, because I actually think this is a better inner corner than the pinky one, just because it's a little bit lighter and it pops a little bit more. Okay, so I've just gone away, I've added some mascara, some liner, some brow, and now we're going to move on to the next bronzer. This is the Divine Bronzer in Bronze Nirvana. This one again is matte, so the previous one that I did was also matte, and that was Bronze Dawn. This is Bronze Nirvana. So this is what it looks like. So this is the hand swatch for Bronze Nirvana. So I have my mirror, which is attached here, and we're going to look at Bronze Nirvana. So I'm using my Wayne Goss brush. This is the 13 brush, and you can see that the pigment is coming through. Oh, this one is definitely deeper than the other one. Again, kind of leaning on the cool with a touch of warmth, but definitely more cool, I'd say, in terms of sort of the shade. But oh, that's such a pretty colour as well. I definitely think this one stands out more than the previous one. So you just have to blend it a bit more if you just want the colour to blend out. But still a gorgeous colour. This is Bronze Nirvana. So, so pretty. I just blended that out. So I'm just going to add a touch of blush, the Divine Rose 3 blush. I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks again. So pretty. Gorgeous bronzer, gorgeous blush. So I'm just going to add another lip product from Pat. I also purchased 2 of Pat's LIQUILUST, and I have the colour Nocturnal Amour and Nude Venus. Because it's got this sort of pinkiness in it, I'm going to go with Nocturnal Amour, and then I'm going to use Nude Venus for the final look. So this is Nocturnal Amour. Let's take a look at this. Oh, wow. Be careful how you use this because the pigmentation is gorgeous, but you just have to make sure you kind of really get your lips looking correct. So bear with me. Okay, so this is Nocturnal Amour, and at the moment all I can see is my lips. So I am going to try and focus on the bronzer. So that's the bronzer in Bronze Nirvana. This is the matte formula of the LIQUILUST, and yes, you can see it is a little bit harder to work with, but it's a gorgeous colour if you could get this sort of exact lip line. So I'm trying my best. This is Nocturnal Amour in the lip and Bronze Nirvana in the bronzer. So we now move on to the final palette. This is the Velvet Liaison palette, and this one is the fully matte palette. So it's a bit of a contradiction because I'm going to be using this palette with the bronzer which has the shimmer in it, but I just thought it might be fun to try something a little bit different. This is Mother's first fully matte palette, and take a look at these colours. So, so pretty. You have Beige Bliss, Enamoured, Plum Provocateur, Midnight Mink, Barely Veiled, and Voluptuous Rose. So these are all the shades. So this one is Beige Bliss, Enamoured, Plum Provocateur, Midnight Mink, Barely Veiled, and then the final shade at the end here is in the colour Voluptuous Rose. All matte shades. So I'm going to start off with this shade as a base, Barely Veiled, very, very pigmented and matte. So the colour on my skin tone is very similar to what we used in the previous palette, so it doesn't really show that much. It's just a nice sort of base shade. I'm going to use Midnight Mink as a outer V shade. Smoking it out a little bit. This shade is called Enamored. It's like a brownie brick colour. And then I'm going to put that colour across my eyelid. It's really, really lovely and creamy and smooth. It's almost like a terracotta colour. I do really like this shade actually. It's kind of blending into the colours really well, but I want it to pop a little bit more. Yeah, that's much better. And I'm just going to put it on my lid and just allow it to pop that little bit more. It's a really gorgeous, gorgeous shade. I have that on now. There isn't really a highlighter shade as such because all these colours are matte, but I'm just going to take Beige Bliss. I'm just going to add that on the inner corner. So it's not as shiny because the formula is all matte. It just brightens the inner corner of the eye a tad bit. So I've just gone away, I've added some brow, some mascara, some liner. I'm ready for my bronzer. This is the last of the three that I picked up. This is Divine Bronzer in Desert Glow. This one has the little specks, well it's shiny this one compared to the other two which are matte. So I'm quite intrigued to see how this looks. So this is the hand swatch for Desert Glow. So, ooh, it's picking up pigment really well. And this one is definitely deeper than the other two. It's a lovely glow, wow. It's a nice contrast because everything is matte on my eyes. So to have this contrast of the glow works really, really well. Oh, I'm so impressed with these bronzers, Pat. They're gorgeous. So natural. It goes so well with this eye look because this one has a little bit of shimmer to it. Desert Glow. Very, very pretty. I'm so happy that I've picked up this one as well. So finally, I'm just going to add a little bit of the Divine Rose 3 on the apples on my cheeks. Oh, they blend together so well. So pretty. And then finally, I have one more pat lip to show you. So this is the lip in the LIQUILUST, and this one is Pat's matte lipstick in Nude Venus. So this is what it looks like. Just gonna let that dry, but oh, it's pretty. It's like a kind of peachy nude. Wow, 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 wow. So, so pretty. So here are the lip swatches. You have Ultra Vixen, Nude Venus, and Nocturnal Amour. These are the two matte shades. That is that lovely balm that I did at the start. Okay, so that is everything. This is the final bronzer from the 3 that I picked up from Pat. It is Desert Glow, and wow, they all are beautiful in their own right. In fact, I kind of feel like for the daytime, I think I would probably go with Bronze Dawn or Bronze Nirvana, and for the evening I might go for this because it's just that little bit more intense, and oh, it's that gorgeous kind of colour that I would use once I tan a little bit. I do love it as it is, but I can see that my skin needs to be that a little bit more warmer. But my God, it's stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy with the 3 that I've picked up. Pat's done so well to recommend me the shades, as well as her team. These arrived a little bit faster than normal. I ordered these on launch day and I got these today, so it's been about a week and a half maybe. I will put down how long exactly it's been below, but I don't know whether they're just getting a little bit more faster with the delivery times. But I did notice people have already been receiving their orders, so I think they're getting a lot more faster when it comes to delivery for international delivery. But oh, it is absolutely gorgeous. My verdict is, if I had to rate the eyeshadow palettes, I would say this is definitely my favourite because I've not had a full matte Pat palette before, and these colours are so pretty on my eyes. The second one would be the first one that I did, which had those warmer colours, Sublime, Seduction, and then Iconic Infatuation would be the third out of the 3 that I would place, just because it's a little bit more cooler. It's still beautiful and reminds me of Divine Rose, the big palette that Pat brought out. I do love these 2 in terms of how they make my skin look and how they kind of match the bronzer with the lip colours. They go so well together. In fact, I don't think you can go wrong with any of Pat's lips to use with these because it's so nice. The formula is